Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your guy Silent again, bringing you another tutorial video. Today I'm going to show you how to update your dash on every dash. I'm going to be doing a tutorial, some explanations, and a demo of how to make it all happen. Okay, so before we get started into this, I wanted to go over a few things. First off, just a little backstory. This is technically called a caching method. Sorry, yeah, caching method. Yeah, it's been out forever. It's where they use the async through the exam, and you patch it. Use patch challenges and patches. There have been many tutorials about this, as far as I can tell, like how to clean your hypervisor, how to what the fuck, how to make things okay, I lost my train of thought. How to clean your hypervisor, how to generate challenges and all this stuff, and a lot of it's just really it's not that good. So I'm just gonna do a tutorial and kind of walk you through it here. So I just want to advise everybody that this method will only work as long as there's no extra security added, and the hexadecimal 100F0 never changes. As long as that never changes, and I'll show you that later when I get into the when we look at the hypervisor. As long as that doesn't change on the hypervisor, this method should always work on every dash. So this method, like I said again before, is the same one that a lot of stealth servers use, like the ones that only last a few days. This is what they use. I mean, this is the basic stuff that will get you online. First, second, the next thing I wanted to show you is just to show you that I am what was I gonna say? Okay, yeah, that I'm online and I am not. As you can see here, I tried connecting and I got the service error that I'm not connected because I'm using the old hypervisor. Just want to show everybody this so y'all don't think I'm like bullshitting you or something. Alright, so let's exit out of that for right now to save my CPU usage, because my computer is garbage. Alright, so first thing I want to go over is how to find patches in the exam XEX. So you're gonna need the old exam XEX and then the new one. The new one you can find in the Xbox 360 Flash files. It'd just be better if I just showed you here. It's the ones that you use to update your avatar. It's basically, there's basically a container called SUB or something like that, and let's see here. Xbox 360 Flash for avatar. How to get it in there. Uh, okay, I guess I already have it extracted here, but maybe. Yeah, I'm tired. I don't know where that's at. Okay, there it is. Okay, you're gonna take this file. See, a lot of these here, I don't know about some of these, but some of these that like they don't really, they just say file. I think these up here you can do the same thing with, like all of these. I think you can. Yeah, a lot of them they're basically what they call what is it, container, yeah, container files. You just dump it in just open it up in Horizon and then extract the files from there. So just open it up and you're going to find something called flash exam. Just extract it your desktop, put it in a folder. Alright, and then once you do that, you're going to open that up into IDA as well as the old, sure I'm still, okay, as well as the old exam. So when you open it up, so you got, they're both 17544, 7526. Alright, and then you're basically gonna take the old patches, which like this one right here. If you don't have these, they should be in your stealth source. Make sure you just label them, exam patches, gold patches, and shit, so you can remember them later. When you later down the road in a year or two, when Xbox 360 updates again, because I'm sure they're gonna do it. And then just look for them in here. This isn't really that difficult. I mean, there's plenty of videos online that show you how to update old offsets, but I'll just do a demonstration here. So this is the old one. I think, yeah. Okay. Hit Alt-T. Search for it. This is just exactly the same as people do for COD. There's if you want a more, I guess, in-depth example of this, go watch one of the old COD videos where Call of Duty videos where somebody will shows you how to actually find these. It's basically the same method. Gonna give that a minute there. Okay, so here it is right here. Alright, so what some people do it differently, but what I usually do is I try to copy code that's like close to it, or sometimes I just copy the same code here, because depending on the update, well, first off, to be honest, in the recent years, when Microsoft launches a new update for 360, it's very small, and they barely update anything. So the offsets usually only change like by a few numbers. So that's why it's kind of really easy to find them. It's the same thing with video games. I don't know why they just don't seem to care anymore, to be honest. I don't think they have for years. Hang on a minute. So, let's see here. Let's go ahead and copy this here. And then, hex view. See, Alt B is what I pressed there. I like to do this. I'm sure somebody's watching this and they're just probably laughing at me because they're assholes. Oh well. Alright, there we go. And then click over here. So it was 484, right? Yeah. 484. BLT. The location here. So what you're trying to look for here is you're trying to match up the code to make sure it matches exactly. So, I mean, I'm looking right here at for R514 edition, the MR. As long as this is like the exact same code, exact same here, okay, you've got the correct offset. Because, like I said before, this doesn't really change that much. Only the numbers do a little bit. I go into really deep conversations with this, but and I know some people think it's a waste of time, but just to explain this a little bit more thoroughly, Xbox, the code follows this exact same flow on every dash update. So if you were to like go with the flow chart graph view here, the little flow chart, it's always the same. I don't know why it doesn't change. I'm assuming it doesn't change because if they change it, I'm assuming that's probably a lot of work for them. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But text view. Alright, so we got A4 here. Alright. These everything I updated here are exactly what I got from somebody that the last person that updated the patches. So to be honest, if they're wrong, don't blame me. I'm not the one that originally released these patches. It was somebody on Demon forums like over a year ago. So, and if they are wrong and it is my fault, it's probably because I was like half tired and when I updated them over about a week ago, and I probably wasn't paying attention. Like seriously, I was like running on 4 hours of sleep in 2 days. All right, so yeah, just update all these. Same with the gold spoof, gold patches. Yeah. All right, and then after you get all that, obviously you want to look for your async as well. There was basically 3 of them I found, but this is the one that I most commonly see in most of the sources. So, but yeah, that's basically how you do the patches. Alright, so I'm gonna exit out of these because I think you guys get it. So instead of you having to wait a few days or a month or whatever for some asshole to come out with the updated patches for you, you can just do it yourself. Okay, and then Okay, and then we're gonna do the HV. Okay, so here's the tons of fun right here. All right. Okay, so this is the same tutorial I dropped on my Stealth Tutorial 1 a while back, over a year ago. I'm gonna just start in main tutorial here. Okay, so we need a non-live retail HV. Shit, what was that? It's this kernel update. This is me. All right. Okay, so this one, this is another file that you're gonna need from the same folder that you got the latest exam XEX out of. It's gonna be Xbox HV.bin. All right. So then you just this part isn't really that hard, but you just grab the bin and dump it in here, and then sorry, tired. And we got the kernel in here from the old dash 8888. What was that, like 2010, I think? And then just dump it in there, and then you're gonna edit this. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm sorry for the quality of the video. We're really tired. Okay, and just don't mess with any of this. Just rename this number to the latest dash. This was 726 as I had it. I renamed it to 744. All right, and then you run it, and then it's supposed to generate this, I believe. Yeah. Actually, let me just delete this real quick. Let's do this again. Okay. Okay, yeah, there we go. Alright, and then you're going to open this up in, okay, shit. You're going to open that up in HXD, and then you're going to split it into 256 kilobytes. And I'll show you this part, because this part is probably what throws a lot of people off, especially new people, because nobody wants to tell you how to, I don't know, people want to be complicated about this. Okay. My life does not like me right now. Life does not like me. Alright, just dump it in there. Actually, you know what I do? Is I just I copy it, and then close this. Let's go to splits. Okay, I got it right here already. Crap. Alright. Oh, by the way, just FYI, so you all are aware. See how that says 4488? The 88 is supposed to be the latest dash. So does it go 4488? Yeah, 744 latest dash. So last one was 76. Okay. Some kind gentleman came into my Discord the other day and explained that to me. Sorry, fellas. I can't help it that this is actually the first time I ever was attempted to update my stealth server. I didn't actually know that. By the way, while we're in here, I also wanted to show you. Actually, no, we'll get back to that later. So basically, where are we going? Extra, yeah, okay. File tools, split output folder. Yeah, let's just call it because this is supposed to be your base HV. Right, and then we're gonna do 256 kilobytes. All right, so I don't think it says that in there. Does it say that in here? Okay, yeah, hypervisor is the first 256 kilobytes of the Xbox kernel. So it's going to be the first one here. So the Xbox, so the first 256 kilobytes, as it says, that's your hypervisor. That's your entire hypervisor. So, okay, so this is technically, is this the, yeah, this is our non-live retail hypervisor, I guess. That's how you obtain that. Alright, let's go ahead and copy that. And just, actually, hang on, what's the next one say? Okay, now you need to dump. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. I hate how they have this numbered. I think they should switch this around. We're actually going to put that in here. Then we will delete this. Name base HV1. Alright. Okay, and then we are going to dump the we're going to dump our hypervisor from our console. So there is a lovely program on here. Right here. Okay, so you're gonna copy this whole thing onto your 360, and then it doesn't matter. I recommend dumping it while you're on connected to live, because according to the literature I read on, if you're connected to live while signed in, you want to dump the hypervisor there, because it's supposed to clean the like 100 to 100C. I forgot what it's called. It's supposed to clean between these areas, 100CO to 100FO. I don't know if that's true or not, but according to these, I'm gonna try hard not to call them names, but these dudes, douchebags, these guys, it's supposed to clean that area. It's supposed to be the correct hash code, or whatever you want to call it, for that area. If that makes sense. It's cleaned, I guess. That area is cleaned. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull up console here. Dump my hypervisor. maybe. There we go. All right. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go. Uh, oh, I forgot to mention one more thing. When you do a dash update, according to the literature as well, do not use the old back consoles. Use the slims. I don't remember why they say to do that. Let's just delete this one here. And it's supposed to pop you back to the dash. Oh, it's because I was trying to connect me to live, but you can't. All right. I'm gonna exit here. All right, so we are going to go to copy it from a console. Where's that? So technically, when people online talk about cleaning the hypervisor, they're talking about cleaning the hypervisor off your console. I think a lot of people don't understand that, mainly because assholes, again, online don't explain it thoroughly, or they explain it, but they don't explain it well. Don't worry, guys. When I first tried this, I struggled with understanding it too, but I slowly put it all together. All right, I'm gonna put this in the here. This is supposed to be. Delete this. And this don't HV. Alright, so we got the non-live, then we dumped our hypervisor. Now we gotta reverse the XE build patches done to the dirty HV. Okay, I remember now. Okay, so you're gonna need to get the patches from the XE build. So that's the XE build is what you use to update your dashboard. It's going to be called something called files. So I think I've got it here. I just doing this thoroughly just to show everybody. Hey, people are getting their panties in a wad. I'm actually not really sorry. I use Ninja, but you guys can really use whatever. It should be this one. Oh, hey, look at that. Isn't that the exact... Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, it's the exact same. Okay, interesting. And actually, I never really couldn't quite fathom how they exactly how they did this. All right, so yeah, you're gonna find your console's motherboard dash or whatever. So like mine's Trinity. I think I used Trinity 2. I can't remember. Mine's Trinity. No, mine's Trinity. Yeah, mine's G2 Trinity. So just get your console dash right here, the patches, copy it. I just copied all of them over to this folder, but find yours, copy it over, and then you're gonna go and gonna edit this. To leave this here, base H hypervisor. That's this right here is the kernel from. This is our kernel update right here. The base HV is, and then the dumped HV is what we got from our 360. And then these patches are what was used to patch your console. So when you generated a hacked image and updated the dashboard, it the XE build read from this and then patched it to the HV here. So basically what this program here is going to do is it's going to, as it says, reverse it. Basically take all the patches out of the hypervisor here. So let's just read this again. Okay. Yeah, we're going to reverse the XE build patches done to the dirty hypervisor. So, because if you don't do that, you're not going to get online. Let's just to make thoroughly. Let's see what this says. No, that's the wrong one. The README. Alright, right click, update. Okay. We got these. Okay. Alright. So we should be good to go. Alright, so let us run it. And it's gonna reverse the patches. I don't know what the hell I said clear. It just popped in my mind. It's not the correct term. Sorry, I don't always name things or use the correct terminology. My God, people are so freaking picky online. Oh, jeez. Alright, so then if you actually open this up again. So everything is going to be written to here, to the dump HV. So now you have a dumped HV hypervisor with all the patches removed or reversed or whatever. And then I usually just take this and then put it into a new folder. Let's delete this. And then dump it in here. Just kind of call this cleaned. Call it HV. There we go. Okay. And then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna null the payload on the see, why did they put this here? Why didn't they put this like at like number 1 or something? I don't know, whatever. It was confusing. Alright, so I'm sure some shithead's gonna try to tell me I'm new, or tell me the reason why they did it and tell me that I'm doing this wrong. Well, at the end of this video, when I'm online, I really don't know what the hell to say. I really don't. You can say whatever you want, but what I'm doing here worked, and it works. Alright, so we're gonna null the payload at our new clean HV at 325. So put this in here. I'm gonna close this. Actually, there's a couple things you want to do here, not just the 325 that they don't mention. Actually, they do mention it. Never mind. Talk about that you need to. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's just reverse these. Okay, so Control G, and you're gonna find 0. Let's go 3. 325.00. Okay. 325.00. Alright. And what I do is I just copy this, and then there we go. Alright. And then save it. There we go. Yeah. I don't actually know what that does. I didn't actually look into it, so if anyone's curious, sorry about that. Alright, okay, so now we're gonna go move on to the the 100 F0, what the hell is this called? Offset, yeah, we're gonna offset. So, what the hell do they call this in the literature online? Okay, so what a lot of assholes online don't explain what this actually is, according to literature I've read up on. It's actually an encryption key. All right, this is like one of the challenges that this is a challenge that Xbox Live will check before it will allow you to connect. So, like this one right here, I found on a tutorial from 2014, and they said to use it because Xbox Live hasn't updated in the last 5 dashes. So here's the thing: as long as Xbox doesn't update it, doesn't include a new encryption key, you can use the old one from the previous hypervisor. Just pull up the old hypervisor, Control G, find 100 FO, copy the whole thing, and then just paste it into the new hypervisor. That's pretty much all you got to do as far as the hypervisor goes. And then generate your challenges, and then you're online. Now, if they do update it if you're not able to connect, that just means that they have updated it. And to be honest, from what I've read up on the new, somebody usually drops a new hypervisor, or at least the key, the encryption key, within a few days anyway. So if you're in a butt itch and you want to try to figure it out yourself, I've heard of two methods. The first method, you're going to need what they call a UART. I'm not going to show you what that is. Just look it up. It's videos on YouTube about it. It's kind of a really cool device, to be honest. I was looking at it the other day. It's really interesting. But there's tutorials on 7sins too that explain how to find it. And then there was another method that I I don't know. I don't know the second method because I didn't bother looking into it because I was able to update and get online because that's all I cared about. But if you want to look into it, you can. And then supposedly, I think it's just, okay, yeah, there are many public scripts you can run while doing live debug with your UART or something like that. Yeah. Okay, no, that's not it. There's I don't know if this is correct, but I've seen some tools online. I don't know if they work. That where you can basically take the cache. You need the cache and then the hypervisor, and then it generates the 100 F0 for you. If that makes any sense, but just to give you a little background and some information about it. So I'm not going to go into more depth with that. If I take the time to do a little bit more research on it, I might make another YouTube video, maybe go in a little bit more depth into the encryption method a little bit. Okay, so sorry, I'm freaking tired. All right. So we can go to. We're gonna do just that. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna do an old. Here we go. Here's an old one. This one's 7.6. All right. So Control G, just because I'm curious. Oh yeah, that's an old out. All right. Control G. 100 F0. All right. This is the old. Oops. This right here is the encryption key for 12726. Copy it. Actually, just because I'm curious, I wonder if I have the old one for 711. I'm just curious if that was. No. Okay, hang on a minute. I got it. Let's go down here. Let's go. Sorry, I'm taking a little detour because now I'm just really curious. To old 1711 source down here. Alternative Live. This guy ripped off some guy for 200 bucks. Shit. I don't know if that's true or not. It sounds like hearsay. Okay, so this is 1711, so we're gonna put that in there. So 445E. That's 1702. Okay, let's find out. That's all right. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm getting off track here. Killing time. All right. If you want to, if you're curious, you can look it up if you want. All right. Well, anyway, so close that. Take this. Now this is also just also to note. Actually, you know what? Scratch it. If anybody says that this method doesn't work, even though you're using the same encryption key, and you get online, I mean, I think I just think they're playing wrong. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to call this a clean hypervisor because I'm not exactly sure if this method that they're showing here is 100% accurate, because I've seen people online that do know what they're doing state that it's still not cleaned, whatever the hell that means. All I know is it gets you online. That's the point. That's the whole point of updating your stealth server, your dash. The challenges, that stuff is up to the individual Xbox owners. Sorry, stealth owners. Okay, so sorry. All right. And then basically going to write. Let's just do insert. Okay. Then, all right, cool. All right, so after that, we've got our HV.bin. Then, so you'll have an HV. Yeah, you should. That's it for your hypervisor. And then the next thing we're going to do is generate challenges and exam patches. We already covered exam patches. No, we haven't. I'll cover that. We'll do exam patches next. Okay, so these patches, I've seen two types online. According to most people, one of them is wrong. The first one is the one I delivered to everybody online. It's 112 bytes. According to people, if they're wrong, but I'm still online, so I don't know how they're wrong, or they're not the best, I guess. Let's just say it. Let's just call it that. They're not the best. Now then, there's a second set, and I believe it's released by a guy named Giths, the real Giths or whatever. You'll find him on 7. He used to be on Demon Forums, but got banned. Now you'll find him on 7 Sins. He's usually lurking around, and that is going to be 58, I believe. Yeah, 58. I'm sorry, I'm thinking the hexadecimal. The hexadecimal is 58, and the hexadecimal for it's how many bytes? Yeah, it's 88 bytes. So one for 112 and another one for 88. Don't use the one I released. Use the one that he released because he obviously knows a lot more than I do. So use the one that's for 88. You can find it on 7 Cents. Both of them will work. Alright, so with the exam patches, what you want to do is you want to take the old exam patch, the ones from your listener, and you're going to load them up into HXD, and then everything that says 8.1, all of these, you're gonna pull them up in the old exam, which the last one was 717.526, and then you're gonna basically do what we did before when we updated these offsets or these numbers for the other exam patches. You'll actually notice that a lot of these that we've already found. So the ones that you've already found, just find them in here and then replace them. Just copy and replace them in here. These are the ones I've already updated. So I'm not going to do another demonstration because I've already done one. If you still don't get it at this point, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how else to help you. I mean, I just literally showed you how to do it. Alright, so once you get all these updated, you're going to save and shit. So, talk about these in a minute, but I'll get to these in a minute. What you can actually do with these. So, go ahead and minimize that. Alright, so after you update your exam patches, then you want to generate your challenges. So we'll take the one that I made here, and we'll go to. So there's actually a source file, the source file in here for the challenges. If anyone cares or wants to try to make these better, they can. I'm really not sure if you can make them better. Yeah, I'm going to leave that to somebody that knows more than I do, because I'm still learning and researching and everything. Tell you what, if I ever do figure it out, which I probably will eventually, a lasting method, I do planning on releasing it to the public, because this system is like, what, 12 years old, and you guys, and I don't know. I don't understand the point of still trying to make money off of people. I mean, if you're selling premium mods, like, I guess I can understand all the hard work, but lasting online, I don't get that. I really don't. People can argue with me all day, but at the end of the month, I always save more money by buying KVs than actually paying for the stells. Alright, I'm getting off track. Sorry, ranting. Alright, so we just paste your HV in here, and then all you do is just, first off, delete this, and you're going to take this. There you go. That's it. And then you have response.bin. What they say to call this? Challenge response. Here we go. I hope I really don't have to explain to you what's going on here, like how this works, these bins, but I guess I can try to give you a little overview of it. So in this caching method, what's going to happen is the challenge response. So when you go online, the listener, between the listener and the listener is going to send commands to like a TCP client to the TCP listener, except the TCP client is going to be your Xbox. So Xbox and listener are communicating back and forth, and how did this go? I'm trying to picture this. So yeah, these are going to be your challenge responses. I probably shouldn't try to explain this. My head hurts already. But basically, so first off, your console is gonna send sorry, Xbox is gonna send challenges and shit through the XOSC, which is found in the exam. Okay, it's gonna send to the XOSC, and then the stealth XEX is going to communicate with the listener. All right, it's going to send those challenges up through the listener, and then the listener is going to read from this file here. All right, and then read from the hypervisor here. All right, it's going to read those challenges, and then it's going to send that information along with the patches, by the way. I'm clunking this all together, I'm sorry. Back with the patches, back to your Xbox, and then your Xbox is going to send them on to Microsoft servers, Xbox servers. So, and the patches are supposed to be those offsets, all those numbers that you find. That's supposed to be like the how to explain this. So like like in IDA you might see something that says just think of it as a lock and key. This is a lot easier to explain with analogy instead of trying to like just explain it technically. So just think of it as a lock and key. So so in this analogy, your patches would be the lock, okay, and Xbox servers is communicating with that lock. Like imagine like a key on their end or something. They're sending it through the keyhole. And then the stealth server on the other end has the challenge responses here, and this is your key, all right? And you're sticking your key into that same hole. So the patches are the lock, and the challenge response is the key. Get it? Makes sense? All right. And the hypervisor, it's when the listener goes to read from the hypervisor, it's in Xbox reads from it as well. Okay, it's gonna check that. Execution key that we talked about earlier. Sorry, not execution. My encryption key. It's gonna check for the encryption key earlier on the hypervisor, and it's gonna check that it's there. And so, and everything's in sync, sends information back, boom, challenge is, you send a challenge back. And so every time you either log in for the first time, every time you try to connect to Xbox Live, it's going to do this process. It's just going to repeat it. All right, it's the same thing with games. When you launch a game, Xbox is going to check that shit. When you sign in, Xbox is obviously going to check that. When you do the connect to live, that's when you're testing connection to live, Xbox is gonna do that. And this is basically a caching method. To be honest, there's several methods that you can do. This is not, by the way, this is by all means, this is not what a lot of the big servers like Teapot, Xbox, Teapot, Ninja, and what was the other one? XB Online or whatever, or Xbox Shield as well, I guess. This is not what they use. They use something different. They I don't know what the hell they call it, API. From what I can tell, it doesn't really look like an API, but they use an API, and they basically have like a salt, and then a cache, and then some other features. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's a completely different method. This this is a caching method, or is it the hashing? Fuck, I don't remember. Let's just go with caching. All right. Oh, I swear to God, if any of you guys like post a comment on my YouTube telling me, "Oh, you named the method wrong. It's actually hashing, not caching," I'm gonna delete your comment. All right. You know what the fuck? You know what I mean. I'm sorry that I'm tired, and I'm sorry that I can't get the terminology correct. All right. Well, anyway, so we're gonna take these two, and then you're gonna take the exam patches, and we're gonna copy them into our listener. So I've already actually updated this source. I got out here live, so. Okay. Forgot. Oh shit! I forgot out here live does use something different. Oh shit. All right. Well. Crap. Let me just open this real quick. That's not good. Crap. This looks like this uses a different method than what a lot of the servers use. Well, let's see if we can still connect. Let's see if we can still get this to work. Let's just see what this is. Sorry, guys. I do apologize about that. It looks like yeah, this is the XOSC. I bet we can still get this to work. Okay. I might pull up base and just show you, but let's see if we can make this roll. Okay, so where did I put those exam patches? Here. Okay. So I actually have all these typed out here. If your stealth server uses the challenge response, copy it in there. You're gonna need that bin. Otherwise, if it doesn't, you can get online through the XOSC. Forgot that, but all right. So these right here are the exact same patches I got from the I got from the exam patch bin, the ones that we updated. So these right here, or these right here. Just got to basically change them all into hexadecimal here. There's online converters. I'll do it for you. I'll pop it out for you, so you don't have to type it out here like I did. All right, so here's GIS. I'm going to use mine. I'm sure it works, but alright. So, let's see here. Alright, so a couple things on the stealth server. Okay, when you're updating it. First off, you want to go over to system hooks, and you're going to want to update if you have spoof exam and then async here. You're going to want to update both of those. If you just have async, just update it. All right, make sure you update it. And then as far as the patches go, the gold patches and exam patches. Let's see here. Some people just put it in the async here. They just put it here, and then some people where's that? They just put it in the initialize, which the initialize is right on startup. So like if you read this down here, this is the very first line of code that's read, right? Okay, it's attached to the DLL handle. So if the tray is open, if the tray is open, it's not going to run this. If the tray is not open, it's going to run the initialize. And then you got this shit here. If there's like I forgot what the hell this does. Okay, yeah, if there's like some kind of freaking error or something, this resets it to live, block, and strong. Alright, so, sorry, I'm getting off track. Alright, so most people just dump the patches in here somewhere, kind of at the bottom, right before this. Just make sure it's like right before this. Me, I usually like to put it in the async, but let's just put them in here. Alright, so we got that updated. Also, they forgot to do, or maybe I already done this. A lot of people just don't seem to. I saw a lot of people struggling with this in my Discord channel. Okay, guys, when you update your stealth server, and if it's not loading, if it's not booting past the logo screen, all right, but you see it's connecting on your listener, that means that there's something wrong with your code. That was a little too generic. There's something wrong with the XUI with your XUI stuff, your XUI crap. So like I don't know if you're using the family settings, for example. A lot of stealth sources use that. Just gonna cheat here. Yeah, this is it. No. I don't think this actually uses that. Yeah, I don't think the source uses. Well, usually when you use the what the hell is it called? 1 minute. Yeah, family settings. All right, so if you like, okay, so that's why this doesn't use the family settings. But if you're using the family settings, normally where you find the server menu. All right, make sure you find that in your hooks, your HUD hooks, or whatever it's called. That's usually what it's called, and just update that code. Also the same if you're using colors or just anything that alters the dash or the HUD or whatever. All right, any of those hexadecimals or offsets, whatever you want to call them, make sure they're updated. If you don't know how to update it, or if you can't find it, just green up the code like that. Just find where the code starts, and then just green it out so it won't actually execute it. So you can just basically it runs without it, so you can bypass it. Not bypass it, but sorry, not bypass it. You can connect. You can boot up into Dash. All right, so I think that's actually all we need to update on this server. But I just wanted to show you that. I know I showed you that the same stuff in my last tutorial, but just re-explaining it again. All right, so we got everything. Oh, okay. The last thing I wanted to do. Yeah, it was being here. It's a family. This doesn't use that. I thought there was. I thought that they patched it in this one. The exam patches. I thought they used that. Oh. Yeah, I think they used something different. This is interesting. I didn't notice this. I didn't know that. I didn't realize this was different. Swear to God, I thought they used the same method. That's why it shows this one. Huh. You know what? Now I'm thinking about it. Okay, because I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Well, you know, it's alright that we're going through this. It kind of, I know, this actually does, from what I understand, this actually helps people when I switch around through this and poke and show stuff. Um, let's try. I guess this. I guess this doesn't use the same method. It has to, because it. You know what? I think I think as long as you actually have these patches, where is that? Let's do a little trial and error, but I think as long as you have these patches here, yeah, these patches here, this is what's going to be your lock. This is your lock right here, because these are a lot of these are very similar to what's in that bin file. And these are just patched in the uh, I'm thinking. Okay, yeah, these are just patched in the to the through the exam to the hypervisor or whatever. Okay, so let's just use these. Let me go ahead and rerun this again. I think after this, if I can get this, if I get this connected, which I'm pretty sure I will, I'm going to go ahead and do the base source, because that actually does use the caching method. I think this is the same thing. I'm sorry guys, this is really a terrible video or demonstration. Just see somebody like Xbox kernel or GIS just laughing at me right now. Look at that skid trying to show other skids how to get online. Oh god, that word is so overused. So used a lot. Okay. Copy. Go in here. I'll have to look at this later and try to figure it out. I don't know if I'm going to update it. Not. I can't remember how the hell I got this to work the last time. Alright. Alright, well let's just go with base here. Okay, so we're gonna copy this bad boy. Copy both of these. Put these in here. Alright, and then yeah. Okay, so you all saw what I did there, right? I took the ones where we clean the hypervisor that I did along with the challenge responses and put in here. The exam patches, this is the same one I updated last week. Okay, so we're gonna see if, and I've already updated this stealth server. I've already like done all the offsets and updated everything. Yeah, sorry guys about that, but that I guess the Out Here Live uses it a little bit differently than what I'm used to. Okay. All right. Sure, we still rolling here. Yeah, we're still going. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna set my base here. Sorry, I'm tired. I should have been paid attention to that earlier. If anybody's got the HV.bin, I'm more than happy to give it to me. That'd be great. How I get that? I think they use a dumper or something. Somebody gave it to me a while back. Because the one they had in there wasn't right. It didn't connect. I was able to get all the files together and get it updated. Okay. Alright, moment of truth, people. Because this is doing the caching method I was talking about. Sorry, I apologize, everybody. This is an absolutely terrible video, but this is just a raw video. Just going through it, going through the steps. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna have the comments on or not, because I expect trash talking. Alright, Xbox resetted. Here we go. Welcome, Baba. Okay, see we got a response here. Okay, now to show you that I'm not bullshitting you guys. Pull up. I should have just used base from the beginning, but I thought I could do out here live. I'm so sorry, guys. I really apologize. And to any of the haters out there, please go fuck yourself. I know it's just I know I'm not talking to little kids on here, so if I am, I don't know why you're on my YouTube channel. This isn't for you. This is hacking. So this isn't for you. But yeah, the haters can go screw them, shove themselves. This is my second time attempting this anyway, so. Alright, let's stream this bad boy. Alright. I will go ahead and minimize. Sure it's still rolling. Okay, still going. Okay. Alright, let's test it. Pull this up here, just so you can see. Connected. Now it's gonna do the lock and key method. Lock, there we go. So see spoofed, we're connected. Boom. Look at that. Ta-da! It's magic. Here we go, guys. That is it. That is how you do it. It uses, I swear to God, it's a caching method. Maybe it's a hashing method. I seriously thought out here live did the same thing. Maybe not, because it's just another teapot clone. I was gonna update it and send it to those guys because they're not updated yet. But I'm assuming they're lacking. The reason they can't use my bins is because they're lacking the XOSC bin. They need that from somebody. Again, I apologize for the quality of my videos, or especially this one. I mean, there's not really much more to it. Let's see here. So I'm gonna explain anything else. No. Okay, so most of the sources, this is the stuff. I'm sorry, not stuff sources, but most of the ones that you'll see, this is what they work with. This is what they do. I might, if anyone's got the, if anyone wants to drop the HV.bin, the current one, that'd be nice. I don't, or maybe you can tell me what I did wrong. Please don't make fun of me. Alright, well, this is like the noob method. This is the shit way to do it. So, yeah. Alright, well, got the comments open. Drop a like or whatever, drop a comment. Remember, any hater messages, if I do have the comments open, I'm going to delete you, like, very quickly. I don't really give a shit. I don't care for your bullshit. I really don't. If you don't have anything nice to say or whatever, don't say anything at all, kind of thing. Just a troll. I don't know why people hate that I drop these videos. I really don't. It's not. Everyone's got their reasons. All right. Till next time, guys. Hey, what's up, guys? I actually wanted to give you an update. I actually went back and looked at Out Here Live's uh, listener and what was it, module client to see if there's any mistakes, and I did find one. So apparently, this source actually what does it do? Looks like it spoofs the challenges from inside the listener. So yeah, it's always something little. It's always something little. It seems like it keeps you from that next step that you want to try to do when it comes to coding. But yeah, this was 7.6 and I updated it to 88. So this, so when you connect to live, this is gonna patch into the HV, and it's gonna record these bytes. It's gonna insert those bytes into it, and I was inserting 7.6 instead of 8.8, so that's how it would work. So move up here so you can see. How's that? I had it here. Okay. Yeah, so there's the exam challenge. That's first challenge, and then there's the XOSC. That's where you're fully stealthed right here. And just so you don't think I'm bullshitting, yeah, because I know how people are. Let's stream this real quick. So basically what this does is this proves is the method that I was using actually does work. So, well, you obviously know that because you saw me do on base. Oh, I hate this. Okay, see? Yep, there we are. We are on Out Here Live. Yeah. For whatever reason, this source gives me errors every once in a while. Crap. I'm gonna try to. Alright, there's the exam. There's the baby. Yep, there's the SOC connection warning. It's because I'm on a VPN. Alright, there we go. So that source is updated. I might send it to those guys. I'm not sure if they know what they're doing or not, but okay. Alright, well, yeah, that's that. Alright, peace, guys.